So as I leave my process and I enter into your energy, what happens is I basically get put into a rocket ship and launched out past our known universe and into a totally different universe, and like am angling towards this planet. And every time I try and get onto this planet, it's like I'm not allowed, like I don't belong there. And so I would think one of two things, what symbolically this would mean to me would be either one, you maybe have been told before that you're not of this world, or that you're like from a different planet, or you would think this, that you just don't belong, or what is like a typical human existence, that maybe you just have never really identified with this. So I'm not sure if either of those things resonate with you. So basically, then once I made that connection, then I was allowed to enter into that planet. So then I kind of drop right down through the center of the planet, and it turns into this snow globe. And so I'm falling in the middle of the planet, and like little flakes of white snow start spiraling around me and create this like perfect tornado or vortex of just like snowflakes that just like circle around my body. And I felt so at home and so comfortable and so aligned to this. And so then I finally make my way to like a ground floor, and it's literally like just snow everywhere, or whiteness everywhere. And as I walk up to your records, they present themselves as like basically like an ice kind of palace. And how I would identify it, or what it looked like and felt like, is the most recent Chronicles of Narnia, like when they go into the ice witch's castle, like that's exactly what it felt like. It had that almost like wet look on the outside, and I actually stood there and just kind of felt it, because it did have that wet kind of glow to the outside. And then finally, like the gates lifted and I was allowed in, and again, your higher self was like waiting right there for me, like cloaked in heavy furs, and walked me in and sat me down right in front of this big warm hearth. And we engaged in conversation, and I asked, what was for your highest good that you needed to know at this point in time. And basically, they only told me like the same thing over and over, and it's that this was going to be validating for you, and that this is somewhere you've been before, and that this is something that is familiar to you, that you visited this place in dreams or during meditation, or I don't know, astral projection, and that you have actually been to this place, and that this is like, it feels like your home planet. Like this is where you're from. This is what you identify with. This like winter wonderland place is like, I guess it's you, or it's a place that you go to during dreams, and this is where you align the most. And so I kept asking, because I live in Ohio and it's like a polar freezing vortex right now. And so I'm like, I can't identify with this. This is not like a place I would retreat to in my head and feel at home and feel very comfortable and feel connected. So I kept questioning, and I'm like, well, how, I don't get it. Like this is home. This is validation for this person. This is like what they need to hear. This is going to be a validation of an experience you've had maybe. And I just didn't really believe it. It didn't feel like a place somebody, for me anyways, would have, that would be that sanctuary place. But that's all they kept saying, is that this is going to be validation for this person, that this is an experience they've had, and this is where they connect. And they said you're very aligned already to your higher self and to your most wise self. And so this was was basically the place where you went to and received your connection and received your guidance and the wisdom and aligned more into like the soul blueprint and the divinity of yourself, and that you had been here before, and that basically they just kept saying that this was your validation, this was your validation. And so I would be really interested to hear if this is validating whatsoever for you, because it just didn't feel, I'm not sure, they wouldn't give me a ton of information. So let me know, send me an email if this is validation for you. I'm really intrigued. And it just felt like everything about the snow and the cold, it's like it didn't even phase you. This is how you aligned yourself. And this is, I don't know if you live somewhere that's cold, but it was almost like this was your sanctuary to be in this setting and surrounded by this place. So I hope that helps with light and love.